testing. Well, to all those online and all the breeders here, we want to thank you from the deepest part of our hearts. We're glad to have you. We got a great set of pigs that we're bringing out here. We ask you guys to study in. Let's take our time. Let's go through these things. Let's get the online view pretty good. So I want to thank you all again. We're about to start. First up is Maguire Show Pigs. He'll be coming in. Remember, these pigs are in no particular order as they come in. It's just the way they're pinned and they're coming through the barn. Our sell sheet will be online here shortly, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. So, Maguire Show Pigs up first. Spence, you want to come up and talk? Here is Maguire Livestock with his first ones coming in the ring. He's going to talk them for you.
Nothing like being first on the chopping block here. We brought these two. Would be the blue one is out of White Hot, back on a French Kiss twig sow. She made a real popular litter for us last year there in Oklahoma. That did lots of winning for us, and I don't know. I'd say combined maybe 15 or so grand in reserves out of that litter. Sold a solid white one to Riggin last year that I think wound up being a premium sale maker there at Houston. But very good litter. All his mates have been well received. We figured we'd save this the smaller hairy one for last. Then the next one there is a smash hit back on a Good Company gilt. Not many in that litter, but he comes packing a punch for us. But very nice set of pigs I thought we brought down here, and we'll get these next two in here and talk to them. The next two we're running in here, we'll start off with the water belted one. I don't even know what tag number he is. 3. That one right there is would be a New Heights back on a back slap gilt. That gilt would have been a mate to, I believe, the reserve middle there that Gabe and them had. That was reserve middle at Angelo, I believe, that come from Bangert. Nice young sow. She laid down and had a very good litter of pigs here. Just kind of see where this one fits the bill. He probably needs to be slowed down a little bit, but he's definitely tanked up this morning. And then the narrow belt or off belt here, whatever you want to call him, that one right there is out of a very anticipated litter here. The mother of this one would be a litter mate to the 4th overall there at OIE that sold for $30,000 to Trace Amigos up north, and then out of the boar there at Mark Gray's at OMG boar. Been a very good litter of pigs, and they're young, but we figure we might as well bring them, see what happens, because I think a great deal of this pig and this whole litter and this mother moving forward. I'm very pleased with how these things have turned out. But once again, thanks to the guys down here for inviting us again, and look forward to seeing you all this evening.
Thank you, Spence. Next up, coming in, is Cud Farms.
Matt, Riggin, Colin, thanks for having us out. We're going to start off with this belted one. Should be a tag 143. He is a Before the Throne Revival 72.7. This is out of a first litter sow that we had bought the gilt from the exchange. It was out of IDKs, and the mother was a $33,000 purchase from Brockman Farms. And then the whiter chrome one is another litter made Before the Throne Revival, tag 144. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Mullins.
First off, I'd like to thank Matt, Regan, and Colin for allowing me to bring a pair of them. We're going to lead off with tag 5. That'd be the cross bearer. He's a Before the Throne, front and center. His mother would have won a county show back home, would have been second at Fort Worth Gilt Show and fifth at Texas Elite. We were real high on that sow, and we're real high on this baby pig. Whether it's Houston, Austin, or a Lake County show, I think he'll fit there and do good things. Then we're going to go to the spot bearer. He'd be tag 6. He's a Titan Discovery Scorpion. That Discovery sow would have been a mate to Karis Downs reserve champion spot bearer at San Antonio in 23. And in her first litter, she would have put everyone she had in the top 10 at a Texas major and a couple of them in the top 5. And that one matches exactly like my San Antonio bearer did as a baby, and he ended up being second at San Antonio. So we're high on him a bunch. And once again, thanks Matt, Regan, and Colin.
Underdog me? No, for my half-ass Chester. For my half-ass Chester. These are going to be underdogs, consignments. I'm going to lead off with 141 would be the Chester. That would be a Baby Daddy Mercy Me. The sow on that one, the McCamey family would have showed at Expo about 2 or 3 years ago, would have been grand there. Ogle would have actually raised that one. We were fortunate enough to retain that sow back at the farm, and I'm not real sure what we were thinking, but we bred her to a full crossbred, and that daddy is solid black with white feet. I think Baby Daddy doesn't need an introduction. For the Chester breed, I think that one's got some freaky pieces. I think his ears are going to stay down. I don't see that being a problem. You tie into that one, skull shape, hip and hind leg, I think that one's pretty impeccable. Our gilt entry would be 142, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be a Playboy Baby Daddy Dirty Secret. That one's mother would be littermate to Garner's Reserve Dark Cross at Fort Worth this past year. Playboy would be a boar that Berger took to the Alliance, and us and a couple of guys partnered on for $47,000. That is the only gilt that is going to be offered out of that litter. There will not be another one, and I don't see us letting any other female go. We're pretty proud of them too. Come talk to me in the back. I'll be here all day. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, AJ. All right, next up out of Oklahoma, we have MC Ward.
First off, I'd like to thank the guys for the invite. We'll start off with our lead-off, which is the Blue Bear. He's a coal mine, which is a Dare to Compare no introduction son we got. This is his first crop, and this is the second pig to be offered out of this litter. Just would have sold the Reserve Grand at the Coba Fraternity Sale Sunday, which was his mate, and then he sold for $5,000. Almost a spitting image of the one that we sold. And then the other one, the Tag 8, I believe, he'd be a next on deck on the litter mate to the Champion York at Tulsa State Fair a couple years ago. This guy, they're both end of Julys. I think the Dirty York is kind of what represents here in Oklahoma. They always seem to do pretty good. He's super shaggy. So if you have any questions, hit me up. Thank y'all.
Thank you. Next up's Miller time.
First of all, thank you guys for having us out. We really appreciate this sale every single year. It's always a pretty good one and a good time and a good livestock all the way around. Our leadoff right here is 12-4, so that is a ruthless, tricked out Dirty Lovin'. He'd be a litter mate to our Holy Smokes entries and Coba entries from last weekend that were pretty well received. She had 11 of those, and he was the one that just got the back teat, so he's pounds smaller compared to his litter mates, but in terms of growth and everything, I think in terms of a window, I think he fits Houston or Austin or whatever you're kind of looking for. I think he's super high quality. I really like that one in terms of like a show bearer. Most of those other ones got kept intact, but I think if I was going to cut one or show one, this would probably be the one for me for the most part, maybe another one or two. Once again, 12-4. I'm not sure which lot number he is. Which one is that? 145 is his tag number right in the middle. So once again, thank you guys for having us out. We'll run these other two out. These next two would be 11-3 and 11-4, so they are ruthless to the extreme Dirty Lovin'. So their mom's a first litter sow. She'd be a litter mate to the reserve champion Hampshire Bear at Tulsa in 2023. There's 3 other litter mates that were Grand Reserve 18 times that summer. We were lucky enough to sell a couple of male pigs to layers off the farm a couple weeks ago. Both these would be a litter mate to him. We like these things both a great deal. Once again, ruthless, it's really unfortunate he's gone too early. That to the extreme thing's been really good in terms of making hard to make pieces on the south side of things. We really like both these pair.
Thank you, Cade. Next, we have Heron Farms coming in.
Thank you, Colin. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Matt and Riggin and Colin, immensely for the invite and dinner last night. We got Heron Farms, we got a pair of red ones here. They are Waymakers on a Bury My Bones last drop female. We get excited about our south side of things there, and this female was as hard a one as I ever acquired. She came from Dieter Ding out of his last drop sow and got her acquired. This is actually my wife's project. She's incredibly proud of him, and this little guy's caused quite a stir at our house. We're really excited about what he can do and what he has to offer. And my granddaughter actually showed their mother 4 times, and she was champion 3. She wasn't old enough, so we didn't go very much, but a very, very incredible female. We're extremely proud of what she can do and think we got a nice pair. It's a deep litter. She had 14 and raised 12 of them. Lots 9 and 10. Quit laughing. It's Mollet Genetics Consignment. John's under the weather, and of course, with the help you have here, this is a perfect scenario for me to bring his pigs, and appreciate the kids in the back and helping unload and all the things they do. His lead off the wide belt on the far side, that is actually a wild ride on All Out's mother. All Out obviously is incredibly popular and famous for what he did there at the city with numerous bears making the sale. 3rd overall Hampton Bronze, 4th overall dark, and that was, and then of course the record-selling gilt that won the show. And then the little guy there is 36-liter hog. That is an OG on a next intention sow that we bought, or John bought from Dieter Ding at Holy Smoke as a little gilt for $12,000. She's incredible. She had a good big litter this time. His lead off at Holy Smoke was a mate to that pig. He's greener, but the upside right there is really, really good. And then I've got Kyle's pig here from TKO, and this is an all-out, tricked out, never before. The dam came from Sloan. Really interesting male pig that Kyle sent. He's got him black as coal, and that thing's got a big barrel rib in him, short-bodied. He looks like the modern-day feed and show pig to me. So that's his TKO's consignment. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Uncle Tim. Uncle Tim. Who? All right, next in we have Coulson Show Pigs, and Evan's going to talk about them.
Well, good morning. Always excited to get to come down here and to get to hang out with these guys, and the hospitality is unmatched. We got tags 14, 15, and 16 today. 14 and 15 have not quite filled up yet. They don't really like this Texas water. I don't know what the deal is. 14 is going to be the one there that the young man's driving. That's going to be an out for blood. Never before. That never before sow's a young sow, second litter. Done a very good job. Her mate's sister would have been the one that had all the stingers that we've brought out to all the live sales so far this year that have been well received. I like that pig a good deal. We'll lead off with him, see if we can't get him to drink a little water. Tag 15 is going to be the white-legged one there right below you. That pig is a lead lap, tricked out, no intro, 3510. That'd be a grandma there, be like a $30,000 gilt I would have bought from Trace at OIE. He'd be a mate to a $7,500 wide belt one we sold last weekend at Smoke. I like that pig a good deal. And then 81 liter pig, be tag 16. He'll be a money line next. His mom would have made the third overall at Iowa State Fair this summer. She would have made the champion handbook revival. She would have made a cell making gilt at OIE this time. That pig's a mate to our leadoff at Kings. Brought like 10,000, got a really good home here in Texas. So that's our trio. Like I said, if you guys got questions, don't hesitate to holler at us. I think 3 sows behind these 3 pigs that have all kind of done something. Don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Colin. Thanks, Matt. Thank you, Reagan, all these kids that help around here. It makes it really enjoyable for us here toward the end of the year.
Thank you, Evan. Are you? Yep. All right, next we have Q&A show pigs. Quest is going to talk about them.
Well, thank you, everyone, for having us. It was a really nice evening yesterday, and we're looking forward to today. We brought a pair of male hogs there, our 17 litter that would be before the throne major league on our King sow. The King sow is one that we really try to build around, and this major league litter that the first litter gilt that produced these were out of, she was a mate to a second place at Austin in 23. This was one of our favorite litters that we had. We sold a mate to these at Brockman's sale, and we thought these two were the ones we wanted to bring here. And as we study them, we're going to lead off with tag 17. I guess he's a little wider belted down there. One that we really like is stoutness and his squareness, and we think that one could target Houston or Austin very nicely. The little bit of a taller, narrow belted one on the far side, closest to the crowd, that's going to be our second round hog. He's tag 18, 17-3, one that maybe has a little more link to him and extension. But we think this litter's stoutness of feature, squareness, and flexibility is really, really good. If you have any questions, please look us up in the back. Really proud of this pair and look forward to showing them off to y'all in the back if you have any questions. Once again, thank y'all for having us.
Thank you, Quest. Next coming in, we have Palerino. Connor's going to sit here and talk about them and tell you what their story is.
First off, I'd like to start by thanking Matt, Colin, Reagan, and the crew for letting us come and bring a few. I brought 3 head. The bigger one on the far side, I think he's tagged 21. He would be a new creation gangster. Sold a litter mate to him at Josh's sale a couple weeks ago that found a good home. That one kind of got a little sick on us at the first of the week, and he's kind of just now getting to where he'll eat and drink again. The next one is going to be tag 20. Yeah, 19. It's the one Keaton's on. That one's going to be before the throne, all in all, unashamed. That sow there would be one that I have down at the farm at Josh's. The bottom side there, kind of line, or it has Next Mom, Wither, and Dirty or Building Speed's mom. And then my lead off is going to be tag 19 there. That one there is going to be a Wild Time, which